Gravity Forms is a powerful tool that every podcaster using WordPress should have in their production toolkit. In this video, I'll be covering 6 ways you can use Gravity Forms to streamline your podcast production process. With these tips, you'll save hours of pre-production and post-production time, which should give you more time focusing on the content of your podcast rather than managing some of the nagging areas of growing a podcast. So get ready to make podcasting easier with 6 Gravity Forms tips for podcasters. Why does WordPress and podcasting go so well together? The open and accessible nature of podcasting mirrors the freedom of publishing a blog on WordPress. With both podcasts and WordPress blogs, anyone can freely publish content and share their voice with the world. Similar to how WordPress provides an easy-to-use platform for launching your blog, podcast hosting platforms make it simple for anyone to start a podcast, no matter their background or credentials. Like blogging with WordPress, podcasting is built on open standards and especially that RSS feed. This allows you to publish your content wherever you want, whether on your own website or platforms like Apple Podcasts. Your podcast feed can be accessed by any podcatcher app or service that ingests RSS. It gives you that publishing independence. And with both podcasts and WordPress blogs, you own your content. You can build your own brand identity. So if you have something to say, a podcast provides the same outlet for freely sharing your voice. Here are 6 ways podcasters could use Gravity Forms to help their podcast production and promotion. Number 1, create a submission form for listeners to suggest topics or questions. This allows listeners to directly contribute ideas and engage with your podcast. You can review submissions and select interesting topics to cover. Number 2, build a newsletter sign-up form. This helps build an email list of engaged listeners to notify about new episodes or other podcast updates. Gravity Forms lets you embed that form on any page, which is great for tracking specific marketing campaigns. Number 3, make a guest booking form. This allows potential guests to apply and submit relevant details like their areas of expertise. You can then organize those submissions and easily contact potential guests, even connect it up to further automation using something like Zapier. With conditional logic, you can make more engaging forms that help with the pre-interview routine of your podcast. Number 4, build a giveaway entry form. You can run contests and giveaways to promote the show and gain new listeners. The entry form collects names and emails for notifications of winners, and we have pre-made templates to help you do this really easy. Number 5, create a feedback survey. A survey form allows listeners to rate episodes and provide comments. You can use this to gather useful listener feedback on the show and get ideas for improvement. The form can be linked in episode show notes. It's also great if you have sponsors. You can show them this kind of survey data. Number 6, build a donation form. This allows dedicated listeners to voluntarily donate to support the podcast. You can include suggested donations in the certain amounts and connect the form to Stripe or PayPal to receive these contributions. This provides a stream of listener-based funding without the need of a third-party tool or website. I hope you enjoyed those 6 ways to use Gravity Forms as a podcaster, especially if you're using WordPress. If you're not on WordPress and you're looking for a website for your podcast for all of these marketing initiatives, creating a newsletter sign-up form, getting donations, and getting set up for monetizing your podcast. And look, pre-interviews, getting that information from your guest, it's a timely process. And you can simplify all this stuff with Gravity Forms with these 6 tips that I mentioned today. Let me know what your podcast is all about in the comments below. Are you going to use Gravity Forms and WordPress for your podcast? Are you already using it? Let me know in the comments. Thumbs up if you like today's video. Subscribe to the channel if you want more, and we'll see you in the next video.